Greetings, welcome to Toonsday Tuesday. What's up, guys? Good to see y'all. Hey, Jimmy, hey, Beverly. Good to see y'all. Nancy, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
I'm doing good. So,
Awesome.
okay. Tonight, guys, Jackson was not able to join us. He's taking care of himself, and yeah, but tonight me and Nancy have a good show for you that we will talk about. But before that, I kind of want to start off tonight with the wheel of cartoons to see if we get a, a brand new addition that I added to the wheel. So let's spin the wheel of cartoons real quick. So here we are, and I'm gonna spin the wheel. And okay, yes, that's what I wanted to get.
You're a big pole. Oh.
Okay, so for tonight is a viewer clip poll. Now, guys, you're probably wondering what is a viewer clip poll, DJ? Well, it's where you guys suggest team shows one show each, or if we, uh, hey, just do our best with some crazy. So, guys, put in a show that you want to, you want us to watch. Hey, Bo. And And when we have at least two shows, I will put a poll up in the chat and y'all can vote on it. And if people vote the same show in the chat, I'm gonna wait till someone else put something different.
Goodness, Shirley. Well, you got three people saying the same show.
Yeah, for now. Uh, guys, listen.
Now the
Look,
score.
I know how this would probably go. Could we just try to suggest a second show for the poll? Even if you don't vote for it, please just put a okay, that works out for me, Dennis.
She beat me, Scooby Doo. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna install a poll, and I know how this is gonna end out, so I'm not surprised. Okay, so take time.
I was gonna put the Bionic Man in there. You know, if you have ever seen those shows, they had cool sound effects when he goes to jump or do something.
Nice. Yeah, put the poll, created poll right
Huh. I
now.
ain't a traitor. I was just gonna put something different. I still
Uh,
can tell you I'm on my phone.
yeah, no, I'm quite. Edit the poll right now.
Hey, say that's somebody. There's Dylan.
Yeah, what? Hey, Dylan, good to see you. Long time no see, but okay. So,
See, I voted Fraggles.
uh, good.
Batman. All right, so far 75% Fraggles, 25% Scooby Doo.
Yeah, guys, I knew how it's gonna turn out, but
Oh,
I'm gonna let it run till the end of the show, and find we will find out at the end. But with that being done and said, tonight we don't talk about Malibu Rescue. Actually, Brooklyn. Okay, so now Malibu Rescue. I'm sorry, guys. My app holder, I believe it was an older set, but we're talking about the one for 2019. Now, fun fact, they do have a tie-in movie that kind of sees the beginning of how our main cast meets. We did not watch that because we just don't have time for like a full length movie, I believe. so yeah. Anyways, nobody rescued about a group of kids. Her name who become general lifeguards at can guess what beach? Yeah, just like San Diego Beach. Ah, ah, ah. No, Malibu Beach. Ah, and I would just say that, you know, we all, and, you know, me next will introduce to our main cast of characters as they were riding a school bus to their someone's job with. I'm gonna say, I hope that was like a decommissioned school bus and not, you know, a in-use bus. But anyways, no, it was a funny opening because, you know, they had to get to their job, but the driver also had a wedding party on the bus as well. A bride and groom who just got married. That was funny to me. Now, our main cast of characters, I will tell you, is Tyler, Dylan, Lizzie, Eric, and Gina, with they maintain, you know, lifeguard tower two at the beach, and they're pretty much, you know, all the their team little doing the is you see what they say, the Flanders first time target who lacks self-confidence and is the first travel is the first female travel captain. So, you know, it's her first time being chose, and, you know, doing his noble stuff. No one will respect her command. Now, I'm just gonna go over the personalities like quick. I always would avoid doing, but there's one that I find funny and weird at the same time, and did not vote Flacos. The Lizzie is a bubbly and spunky teenager with a dark side who has a overprotective mama, and I'm not gonna read that part because we don't know about that yet. But Lizzie, I can tell you this, is someone who, when you see her, it will surprise you that she even has a dark side, but they really do build on it. So, yeah. Now, I will say this for anyone who hasn't seen this. It is on Netflix if you want to check it out. And I would definitely say it's one thing that, is interesting to me that how they're able to pack a lot of story into a 20 to 24-minute episode because we have a big dessert. We have Eric helping Gina try to be natural. We have, Tyrell wanting to get, we, revenge or, just payback on Brody, who is the captain of Taiwan, who hates the Flounders and wants them kicked out. Now, I may bring up future children if I get, confused or mixed up on stuff like that, but about this kind of episode one was still introduction to what they would be doing, and it ended with Dylan Cullen, well, not cutting, but trying to rescue Brody from a net that I believe Taro, Gina, and Eric laid out for him to tried to get him to leave them alone, but you know, long story short, he Dylan basically had to call coerce him to leave them alone because he was giving them all the bad jobs for the beach. Now, don't get me wrong, like, you know, every job needs to be done, but Bobby was really being a joke and giving them of the wolf jaws he could. The, but now, before I continue, Nancy, is there anything you want to say?
My thing was, it was well, it can be like similar to camp, but it was they were trained to be rescue people at the beach and everything, and it's just like typical the preppy or the rich people or whatever um, always give the people the low. I want to say low, but they came from the valley, and they said that they didn't think highly of them, so he didn't like them, so it's clear to me a case of bullying where you have it now in schools, at work, and adults even do it to adults, but how they were divided at first because the girl that was the captain of their group, she just said, "No, let's earn our way and do the stuff that he gives us to do and everything." And then Tyler, he said no, and he stood up. He goes, "No, we need to take charge and do something to him." And then the girl Lizzie, who at first you wouldn't think she'd be one to want to go do something, but she took Tyler's side, said, "Yes, he's got to stop bullying us around and giving us the jobs that they should be shared among everybody."
Mm-hmm.
So while they're cleaning stuff and everything, and it shows where they were cleaning the beach balls and all. Eric, he finds this and he goes, "This isn't right." But that's funny because he's the one that's the nice one. He likes to be nice to everybody in a polite way and do it this way and be nice and everything. And he finds that he had enough. So he went to go find the other two. But it was funny because they were in the supply room, and Tyler, the first time when Lizzie comes in, he jumps into this container. It's not a container, but it was like a cart, but it had fishing hooks in it. So he got up and he had fishing hooks all in his face. But the funny thing was, that was not even a close up of him with all those fishing hooks and everything. So you knew that it was like, probably just taped on him or something. So they were looking for stuff, and she says, "Get the rope." And while they're looking for that, here comes someone else, and they didn't know it was Eric. And he jumps right back into the fishing, where all the fishing hooks were again. So those three went and came up with a plan to get the guy that did, what was his name?
Wolf guy.
Not Tyler, but the other guy,
Blurry?
Brody. Yeah, because they were tired of him pushing them around. So, but it was really cool what they came up with because they made a net and put the sand over it, and then they tied it to one of the I call it a four wheeler, and then they had the parachute type thing hooked to it. So as he was driving down, he would get caught up in it. Well, the other two decided to go try to stop him, the other two girls, and but
Mhm.
at the same time, they didn't know. Take that back. When Lizzie and Gina was cleaning the flippers and everything, they go, something's moving in this flipper, and they went to get it, and it was a squid, and it squirted all over them.
That wasn't Lizzie, that was Dylan and
Oh,
Gina.
Dylan. Dylan
Yeah.
and Gina. That's right, Dylan and Gina. And as that happened, over the Brody walks by, and he says, he's hounded them and everything. They said that's it. So they went to go join the other three to sit there and see what they were doing. But at the same time, they had like talked about it and figured out this isn't right. Eric talked to him and said, this isn't right. We shouldn't be doing this. Let's do it Dylan's way. So Tyler goes, yeah, you're right and everything. They want to unhook the rope and everything to the four-wheeler thing that he was driving, and they didn't get a chance to. He started driving as the other two came up, and they said, we changed our mind. They go, we're joining y'all because we're tired of it. So their plan worked, though,
Mm.
because Brody walked right into where the net was. As the guy's driving down the beach, it grabs him, drags him along the beach, because where they had him, they've been cleaning up the where the animals went to the bathroom, and so he's being dragged, and all of a sudden the parachute goes up and everything. He's up in the air and all, and then the rope automatically gets latched off the four wheeler. So he's flying up in the air, and he comes up against the wall and the side of the I said cliff or something other. So they said they're gonna go rescue him and everything. And she puts on the stuff and everything, and she gets down there, and he's talking smack and everything to her and to Della and everything. And she says, "I'm tired of it. You leave us alone the rest of the trip, the rest of the summer.
Mhm.
You're not gonna put up with it and everything." And but Mrs. What's the name of the show? Malibu Rescue. It's a
Yeah.
group of, I would say, young teenagers. They were trained to rescue the
Life calls.
lifeguards. So she gets down there. The next thing, she pulls out a knife and starts cutting the rope. He goes, "Okay, okay, I'll leave y'all alone." She goes, and she gives her spiel and everything. And then he says no. Then she starts cutting again, and he goes, "Okay, okay." She puts the knife back. As soon as she goes to hook the rope on it, so the others could pull him up with the wrench, he falls. But she didn't know that Tyler and Gina had inflated when they jump off and you jump into the
Yeah,
inflatable
they
thing.
have like a airbag. What?
Well,
I mean, Gina blew up by hand. What? I
that's what he
mean,
said. Yeah. Ty goes, "I can't believe you blew that up by yourself that fast." And I didn't catch what she said. But he falls into that. It's like when someone jumps off a building with fire and rescue and they get that big inflatable thing. So he lands on that and he leaves them alone the rest of the summer. Well, for that episode, he leaves them alone and everything. And they're like teamwork, getting together and working as a team, that what helps everything and all. So as they are, celebrating their first, day there and everything, the bus driver comes and picks them up. And he goes, "I hope y'all don't mind. I got stopped by a bar mitzvah on the way." Is that the first episode? Or that was the second episode?
that's the false
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah. And she sits down by this guy. He turns to her and says his name. And he goes to put his arm around her. She goes, "If you put your arm around me, you ain't going to have that arm for long," or something other like that.
No, no, no. this was the boy who had the bar mitzvah, and he said, "I just became a man
Yeah.
today." And she looked at him and said, "If you don't take it on way, you won't be a man for long." And like, "What? Okay."
That was so funny. I was like, it was cute, but it was funny at the same time. I was like, trying to be all kind of cool and smooth. Oh, so, but that was pretty cool. I like that episode.
Yeah, I loved it too. It was definitely a good one and one that I would definitely recommend you watch if you can. Now, going into episode 2, and let me ask this before we get started. Nancy, would you like to cover episode 2 first, or do you want me to?
I can do episode 2.
Okay, cool.
So, it, they go on, and it's the next day. They get there, and um, they're showing it. This lady, they're pushing this lady on a cart, and as they go in, they're getting, telling people to move and everything. They get back to headquarters. And the lady had been stung by a sting. Was it? They said stingray.
Yes, a
Like,
three-way.
yeah, like a sting. That's kind of puzzled me because if you get stung by a stingray, I'll be doing that.
Mm,
So, they get there, and because Lizzie's eccentric, she I guess she likes it when I don't say she likes it when people is hurt, but she had this syringe. Like she goes, I can, you go into something or another. I can, do this and help you put it in your heart and puts the stuff. And she sits up and she says no. By that time, the other medical team comes and takes her away and everything. So they're, proud of themselves and everything. And then they get called to the office. So this part, I laughed. So they get to the office to see the head guy that's there.
yeah, and if if you need his name, it is
Mr. Cross. But Mr. Cross is played by a famous actor. Now, if everybody, most of us will know this show, 90210. Ian Ziering, I think it's how you spell his name. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so funny. I did not know he was on that show. So he played their boss and everything. And he didn't like them either because they were from the valley, and he
mm,
was giving them a hard time, and that they had gotten a bad the junior rescue had gotten a bad review, and they all thought it was because of them. So as he's talking to them and everything, he stands up and he leans on the intercom thing and pushes the button,
yeah,
and then tells everybody the bad review was because of them and everything. And so one of them speaks up. He goes, well, not everybody knows because you had your hand on the intercom. He goes, yeah, I did that on purpose. So even, we all have places where your boss does things to do to you. So they go and they start thinking about what they could do to help make it better, get better reviews. So they try to start going around helping people, and it didn't work out so well. Um, Lizzie, she was pushing an old lady in a wheelchair, and somebody threw a frisbee by her. So she goes, hold on. She lets the wheelchair go. So the wheelchair goes into the water, She picks up the frisbee, throws it back to the person. But she winds and gets the wheelchair lady in the wheelchair. And she comes back, she's got seaweed all over her. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't know how that would happen. But then the man comes back with this frisbee, and she had hit him in his nose and broke his nose. So everything they did that was trying to help, it made it worse. Then everybody left that part of the beach. So they were trying to figure out, um, in this part, they were trying to figure out what to bring people back. And they said about having a party. And so they figured like someone who would know about having a party would be the guy driving the bus. But in the meantime, while they were doing all that, and they were before helping the people, Gina has that rough and tough exterior, and she tells people not to do what this sign said, no swimming, and this guy had a surfboard, and she goes, I told you it says no swimming, and he just gives her this look like he don't care. He's gonna do it. She grabs his surfboard and breaks it in half. So she goes, and now you can go swimming. So Eric, he goes, you gotta learn how to be nice. So they go off and he's teaching her how to be nice. And supposedly while she's in the restroom, he's made all this thing with cardboard and everything, and like a little maze to go through about different scenarios of how to be nice to people. So while he's doing that, they find the guy who drives the bus, and he has all the stuff he's confiscated. So they make up this, they do this party and everything, going good for a bit. And then they said the DJ start the music, and as it keeps going, it gets worse, and it gets worse. And then there's this guy riding a dirt bike on the beach and everything. And then the man's carrying like fireworks, which was illegal. So as they start going, how do we fix this and everything? Here comes Eric and Gina. They go, oh yeah, she'll take care of it and everything, because by that time there's people are surrounding the lifeguard uh,
Towel.
house, and they start shaking it. So they think she's going to be all rough and tough and everything. Here she is, polite and sweet, trying to tell the man not to do the fireworks and everything, and nobody's listening to her and everything and all. And then Eric turns around, and the guy on the dirt bike is riding around. What he sees, he's coming around, and this lady's sitting on the beach, and he's like, "No, that can't happen." He's going, he knew that was be bad. So finally, as he's watching, they go back and forth to him and to Gina. Gina goes, I've had enough. And she goes, I told you the fireworks were illegal. And she takes them and she throws them into the trash can. And there's the lady with a glass bottle comes by her. She goes, we told y'all no glass bottles on the beach either. So she grabs that glass bottle, throws it in the trash can. And in the meantime, Eric starts running, and he grabs, I was I was like a life board or something, but it was small, it wasn't big. And he knocks the guy off the bike, and the bike just kind of goes over the lady, and she kind of just looks. And they all gather around, and but Gina goes, "I thought you were nice. Had to be nice." He goes, "Sometimes nice has to. What do you say? Nice has to take charge or something other."
Well, nice is great, but I don't remember the exact line, but it was something like sometimes mean is good as well. And in this case, you need to be mean.
Yeah, because he was talking about, nice is good, but sometimes you have to be firm. I mean, people are not
Mm,
going by the rules, and it's the safety of the beach and the safety of the people on the beach. So they get together and like, well, we're gonna go tell Mr. Cross, we're not taking that as that's being us as that had a bad review and everything else. So they get in his office as the next scene, as Gina's the one saying it. You know, really gonna fix. This was not us. It couldn't be us, and this, that, and the other, and everything. And he finally goes, "Well, you're right. It was not y'all that had the bad review. It was Tower 7." But what's funny was right before he said it, Tyler steps up. He goes and he presses on the intercom button. And he goes, "And you need to sit there, I'm not saying apologize, but tell us who really had the review." And as he goes, "Well, it wasn't really y'all, it was Tower 7." So everybody heard that it wasn't them that had the bad review, it was 7. So, and then, it was back at the beach and everything. And the guy who was at Tower 7, the captain there, was walking by. And Dylan, their captain, she puts a thumbs up and he just like half and half.
Mm. Yeah. No, it was funny just because, you know, they also, to get people back, yeah, respond, yeah, no, I mean, that's not how it works. Like, yes, you want people to have fun, but you also want them to, you know, also be responsible. And in this case, that's your job for needing to do that. And you do have to be firm but fair. So yeah, you gotta be firm but fair.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hmm.
Now I can see that. Was it trying to be like Baywatch? Yes and no.
Um.
It was more of a comedy thing than a drama thing. You
Yeah.
know, so they were making more comedy and funny and trying to be serious at the same time. But it was pretty good. If I was a teenager, yeah, I probably would like it a whole lot more.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, this show, in my opinion, honestly, it's okay for some people, but honestly, it's not one that I would go back to at all. So, I'm just gonna hope that, if you ever check this out, you enjoy yourself. But for me and Nancy, well, I'm not gonna root for Nancy, but for me, this was more like a 6.5. I mean, it was good. There was great story to it, but I I will not be watching this much, if at all. So yeah,
Yeah, they only have one season, so it's not that many episodes.
yeah. No, it's like 8 episodes with 2 movies. So, yeah. But what would you rate it, Nancy?
I would give it a 6, and that's just because I don't know. It seemed like they were just trying too hard to make it into something, you know.
Yeah, yeah, I would agree. I mean, if I had to make a comparison, I mean, this was more like a upbeat Degrassi. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, and when it came out in 2018, so, but you know, I think everybody, all different directors and everything, have tried to like do like a remix or a remake of Baywatch and certain, from like
Yeah,
this is junior high. I mean, because it's junior rescue. So are they like 12, 13, 14 years old, or they're high school, or, yes, you know, you can be trained at that age and everything to rescue people and everything. But it kind of like, to me, lifeguards should be 18 and over.
yeah, no, I mean,
I'm quite sure, there's more to the story and everything. And anybody can save anybody's life, because I've been there, I've seen that happen. But it's just the way they, I think, just came out overall with the show, with trying to be, a, trying to do both funny and serious at the same time. And to me, it just didn't work.
yeah, I would agree. That's uh, I mean, I'm trying to pull it. I don't see anything about how old they would be, but I only just think, if anything, they'll move like 15 to 17 years old. I
Yeah, I
mean,
would say, yeah, I agree. 15, 16 years old.
yeah, yeah. I wouldn't say any role to that because, you know, life goals typically are older teenage age. So, yeah. I,
Yeah.
I mean, I think that all we really have for right now. I mean, the only thing that we have left to do, and hey people, don't forget to vote on poll before it closes. And vote stupid. Okay, guys. I got ya. Fine. I will end the poll now. I swear we already did fuck a lot, but guys, if we get that one again, it can't always be Fraggle Rock. So, and Paul, the results are in the chat.
That's cool. 24 votes. Yes, it
Yeah.
can.
Now it's good, Jamie. Yeah, I think, we're going to episodes 2 and 3 next week. Guys, I will say this. I really despise how you guys want to torture me. So, yeah. That's
PJ,
what
we love you.
I know you do, but you also love to torture me with that. Yeah, Jamie, it's hilarious. Well, so, yeah, guys, we're going here we watch it for a go next week. So, yeah,
The disdain in your voice.
if you enjoyed this, thanks for watching and to keep on watching cartoons and anime, and we will see you next week. Bye, guys.